Here we have our requirements for the next programming project named string matching. My recommendation is that you should first study the material presented in the book chapter and then continue watching these videos, since I'm expecting that you will have some basic understanding of the loops, primarily the while loop, which is nearly identical to the if statement we discussed earlier. And it has the same single Boolean condition, which then forces the while loop to repeat the block of code as long as the condition is true. By the way, if the condition is always true, then we call it an endless loop. The idea of an endless loop may sound a little strange, but in reality, if you play a computer game or game on your smartphone, it really wants to run forever. Basically, you need to close the app to stop it. So in reality, endless loops are pretty common in computing, and we will see examples of them in this section. So what do we need to program this week? So it says right here, we need to write a Python program to find and print matching text fragments between two strings. For example, if we have like first and second string, and we say, just an example, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy, and then we say, let's all play blackjack. A set of matching substrings between these two could look like this. So indeed, if you say all, right, if you turn on the search box, you can see that all is indeed found in both. And we say, if we can identify play here, and Jack, of course, is also, appears to be parts of different fragments of both of these strings. So that's the idea. And because there is a good amount of work to do here, I decided to actually build a prototype program for you to get started, and I will demonstrate how it works before we go into any of our coding details. By the way, we could actually start this discussion with a Google search example. Right, so if we open a Google browser as an example, let's say that we want some help with this homework, and we Google search for Python string matching. Okay, and then I open another tab here and search for something very similar, like a string match in Python. You can see how I can click these two tabs, like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. All right, and in my browser, you can see that some results may differ just slightly, but in reality, both of the searches return pretty much the same results. Okay, so the same results, but what if but basically what I typed was not the same, although logically the meaning of both of my searches were the same. So I'm assuming that Google search engine was able to identify some keywords in my search phrase, and then it found some pages that were indexed and ranked already in its database. So Google makes the connection between information in its index and also in the search phrase, the text that I type in the search box of my browser. Let's see if we can recreate this behavior of string matches, and let me now run a demo code for today's presentations.